So before a race, you want to prepare, gather, and organize, but keep it simple before your race day. You want to plan your race day to help prevent pre-race anxiety. So let's go ahead and dig in for what to do before your race day. So days before the race, you definitely want to already have some type of goal for race day, such as how you're going to run that course. We already know how that course or terrain going to be, such as is it hilly, is it flat, is it hills, what are you running? What are your pace going to be? You should already have that planned out and how you're going to run that. What's your overall finish time going to be? You should definitely make sure you are researching that race website so you can understand and know what the start of the race is going to be, the corral, all that information that's needed. So therefore you know what time to get to that course. Already have planned and run in that race clothes and race shoes. So you definitely want to make sure you have that already mapped out and planned right before that race day. Also, is you're going to run or walk that race, or you're doing a run or walk method. And then you want to go ahead and set up your playlist if that race are allowing you to run with headphones. So have a playlist that's going to be motivated that's going to help you to get to that end of that race. Visualize yourself running that race. So make sure that you are visualizing yourself excited, happy, energy free, not really using all your energy, that you was running that race easy. And visualize yourself in that race clothes you plan on wearing and shoes. So you can visualize yourself being successful in that race. So the day before the race, you'll be going to the expo to pick up your race day paraphernalia, what you're going to get for the race, like your bib or different things like that. But do keep in mind there are vendors there selling runners paraphernalia like hydration, gel, clothing, shoes. You can go ahead and purchase these items, but remember, you never want to race in anything new on race day. So whatever you buy, make sure it's not something that you're going to be trying on the race course. So you also want to think about carb loading. Now, carb loading you'll be doing leading up to your race day, but the day before your race, you are just going to eat simple and normal foods that you normally would eat. And this is also the time you want to stay away from fiber, because fiber will cause GI issues on your race day, and that's a problem you do not want. Now, the night before your race, you definitely want to look at laying out your race day clothes, and that's going to be anything you're going to use on that race day. So that would be your running gear, your hydration, and think about what you're going to wear after the race. So your change of clothes, your towel, and definitely make sure you lay out your build so therefore you don't forget anything the day of the race. Now you also want to think about when you set your alarm clock that you are checking it to make sure it's the correct time, because you definitely do not want to oversleep. Now, leading up to the race, you're going to be getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep, because it's very usual the night before the race to sleep improperly. And when you show up to the race, sometimes you don't get as enough sleep. So the days leading up, like 2 or 3 days before the race, you want to make sure you get enough sleep, because that night before, you may not sleep at all. The day before the race, you want to do a shakeout run. So a shakeout run is very beneficial for most runners, especially if you have taper before that long distance race. And you want to do a run. So shakeout run is like short run that you do right before that race, but you want to do it in your fitness level. So therefore you don't cause any burnout right before that race. And so for most runners, that would be 20 to 30 minutes. And in that run, you'd be doing a slow jog or a moderate pace in that run. So the night before the race, you want to meditate. So you want to put yourself in a calm and relaxed mind state. And so therefore, especially if you are one of those runners that do have pre-race anxiety, this would be very beneficial for you. You also could foam roll, do an ice bath, or even stretch out those muscles. So you might be doing some type of static stretches to help loosen those muscles. You definitely want to do some little leg warmers first before you do a static stretch, but you want to kind of ease that muscle, help it to relax. So therefore it could be in that ready state right before that race. And it also will have a great benefit for you because it will also help you sleep better that night if it is hard for you to sleep before a race. Another great thing for racers that have some type of anxiety before that race, you can watch some type of TV or show that you do love and that you know that will give you, that could be comedy or something that is interesting to you, to help you get you in that mind state to be relaxed and just have a great evening the night before that race. So you want to ride to the race site early to help be able to get yourself ready for the race and just be prepared for race day. Now, don't overdress. So make sure you're checking the weather, so therefore you can make sure that you are dressed appropriately for the temperature. Now, definitely practice self-talk and mantras to get your mindset prepared for a race. And just breathe and let go any worry or doubt. You are ready for your race day. The day of the race, you want to have some type of race day breakfast, especially if you are running a long distance. And you want to have that breakfast 3 hours before the race. Stick to foods that you know. You don't want to try out anything new on race day. Make sure you are hydrating right before that race. So you want to take some type of water or even electrolyte drink, so therefore you can stay hydrated. And some runners even take a gel, an energy gel, 15 minutes prior to that race for their nutrition. Now you want to be warming up that body right before that race. So long distance runners like a marathon would do a short warm up. So you might do a few easy jogs or runs to help loosen up that muscles and have that blood flowing through their body. But short distance runners like doing 5K will do a longer run. So most of them will run about 1 to 3 miles just to have that body to be able to be loose and help to be able to run very fast at the start of the race. Now, some runners will have some type of anxiety, jitters, and those kind of things right at that race. So just try to be calm and relaxed and keep yourself motivated, even if you have to listen to music or a podcast to help calm those jitters. Now, we do have a video right here on our channel of ways pre-race anxieties, how to get rid of pre-race anxiety. And if it's not up yet, then you want to subscribe. So therefore you will be notified when that video become available. It's different ways to be prepared for race day. So we hope you got a lot of great tips from this video of how you can be prepared for your race. And until we see you next time, bye-bye.